Hi, Capricorns. Welcome to your monthly reading for October 2025. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Laura, aka Baby Curl Tarot. I'm a tarot reader, astrologer, and root worker, and I love doing readings for all the zodiac signs here on YouTube, as well as some other really fun content over on TikTok and Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and jump right on into your reading. Keep in mind this is a general message, so whatever comes up, whatever comes up, comes up. My brain and my mouth have not really been on the same page today, Capricorn, so I apologize in advance. Whatever comes up, comes up. Also, this is a general reading for the collective of Capricorns. So if something isn't resonating or hitting, it may not be for you. It may be another message for another Capricorn. Please do not try and force a message you see on the internet to fit your personal life situations. All right. Spiritual team, tarot, threads of fate, oracle. What messages do you have for the Capricorn collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Capricorn collective at this time? Okay, let's see if my brain and my mouth can get on the same page for this reading, huh? That would be great. All right, what do we have? Your first card is the Sage. Okay, screams wisdom and knowledge. What's at the bottom of the deck? Ooh, we have Get Wild. It's giving Get Feral. I'm not gonna lie. Capricorns. It's giving let's get feral. Let's really get wild here. Like, let's reconnect with nature. Let's connect with our primal side. Let's connect with when we didn't live in a society full of technology and blah blah blah, like when we just lived off the land. Like, that's the kind of get wild I'm getting from this. It's sage wisdom, sage, almost like common sense, but common sense pre advanced society. Like, what did our ancestors know? Like, things about weather, or recognizing patterns in nature, or astrology, like patterns with the stars, things like that. Okay, intuition, things like that. Things about our bodies, natural, like, knowledge about our bodies. I'm not sure, but it's giving like ancient knowledge, it's giving wisdom beyond your years. And I'm really digging that. Let's see what comes up in the tarot for you guys here. Spiritual team, Disney Villains Tarot. What messages do you have for the Capricorn collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Capricorn collective at this time? Let's see what comes up for you guys. All right, what do we have? King of Wands. Two of Coins. The Fool. Okay. The Moon. Okay, I kind of like that. King of Swords. All right, two Kings. Everything's in the upright so far. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We have the Three of Coins in reverse. We have the World. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Nine of Wands and the King of Cups in reverse. Okay. Interessante. It's a lot of good stuff I see here, especially with two Kings coming out upright at the top of the deck. It's giving knowledge. It's giving power. It's giving strategy. It's giving leadership. Okay. And again, you don't have to be a man to identify with a king. You could be a woman, you could be non-binary, you could be trans. It really does not matter with my readings. Okay, what the gender is in the cards does not translate directly to our gender identities in real life. Okay, so I just want you guys to know that. But I feel like there's some really awesome new beginnings. There's a new chapter happening. And I feel like this new chapter is like, I keep coming back to this moon card just because she looks so powerful. Okay, look at Yzma. She's so powerful. um, no, but the moon is so powerful because this talks to me like if the high priestess was here, it would be like you guys are really tapped into something otherworldly, but the moon card also kind of gives that because it gives hidden aspects of ourselves. So for me, it's like hidden talents that either you're just discovering that either you had, or like hidden knowledge from your ancestors, hidden knowledge from your family. Okay, it's like it's giving like you're really tapped in, you're really in tune, and you're using this more like intuitive flow state type of energy with pure power and strategy. Like to have these two kings come out, like I'd hate to be going to war against these two. It's like, and they're teaming up. You tell me I gotta fight these two, I'm good. They win. They win. They can have whatever they want. Like the strategy and the sheer leadership, power, charisma. I mean, and everything's in the upright. So when you combine those two with this moon card, I mean, this is a well-rounded, very powerful individual. This is a very well-rounded and powerful individual. It's almost like you were missing the moon card. You had the king of wands, you had the king of swords, you had the strategy, you had the leadership knowledge, you had the power, you had the charisma, you had all of that. And then you tie that in with the moon card, which also even has a little bit of softness to it, because when we look at the moon card, we associate the moon with more feminine qualities and the sun with more masculine qualities. I personally don't really believe that we have one or the other. I believe both live within us. But to have the King of Wands and the King of Swords, it's giving you had a lot of very strong masculine um, energies, which is much more assertive, which is a lot more strategic, which is a lot more, forward in terms of pursuing whatever it is that they want. But now to have that moon come in with that little bit of softness, with that little bit of intuition, with that little bit of empathy, oh my God. Like, we stand a sensitive king. And again, you don't have to be a man to identify with this. But I feel like my Capricorns, you guys tend to be very dominant people. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I think you guys have a very charismatic leadership quality to you guys. You guys are achievers. You guys are people that will go out there and get something done, much like Aries and much like Cancer as well, and Libra too. I think Libra tends to be a little bit more reserved in terms of how they approach things, but they're very much doers as well. You guys are the cardinal signs. So you guys are very proactive energies. You guys are not passive by any means. Okay, you guys are natural born leaders, doers, and achievers. You guys are going to get the ball rolling. You're going to lead people into whatever it is that you guys are trying to achieve. Okay, so that's where that king energy comes from, because the kings are very proactive energies, does not have anything to do with gender. Okay, but the moon energy is a little bit more, I wouldn't necessarily say passive, but it is very much that like I get what I attract, I don't chase type of energy. The moon is that more feminine, attracting type energy, that like I attract what I want. I don't pursue it. It comes to me. I don't have to do anything. So the moon is very much that magnetic and charming, but also mysterious. Like it has that quality of just that added layer of just ooh, beauty, softness. I mean, listen, if this was a person, I mean, this would be one hell of a contender in a romantic interest. I'm just saying, like, this is a beautiful individual internally. I'm not talking about externally. Internally, this is a beautiful individual to me. They're strong, they're capable, but they're intuitive, emotionally intelligent, they're in tune with themselves, and they're using that to pursue whatever it is that they're trying to pursue here with this Fool card. Okay. Now, at the bottom of the deck, woof. No, I'm just kidding. No, it actually looks really good down here. I think there is a couple of things here that could be worked on, could be developed. And I think that moon card is coming in to help kind of take those things up a notch. And that's this King of Cups here in the reverse, and this Three of Coins in reverse, which talks to me about teamwork, talks to me about collaboration, talks to me about support and community. And this King of Cups is very much that diplomat, that very empathetic leader who can understand where people are coming from, that can connect with people on an emotional level, not just in a charismatic, like political, like when you think of a politician, they have to be charismatic, they have to be able to say the right thing to get you to like want to vote for them, right? But this leader, this King of Cups, this is someone that connects with people on a truly emotional level. This is someone that is empathetic. This is someone that understands where people are coming from, doesn't just talk at people. Okay, this is someone that listens. This is someone that is a leader through listening and actively letting people tell them what it is that they need from them. This is someone who works more as um like a civic servant, a public servant. Okay, so this is like this is the type of politician I want personally, because this is the type of politician that's going to listen to my grievances and really take them into consideration when they're in the upright. When they're in the reverse, they're a little bit more on the selfish side, not necessarily like, they're a little bit more manipulative. We don't want that. We want this to be like this. This is the kind of politician I want. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay. So, with that though, I think this moon card in the upright is helping you turn this into this through active listening, through getting more in touch with your own emotions and feelings and so on and so forth, and learning how to find that empathy, that sympathy for others. And even for those of you where you do feel like you're very empathetic and sympathize with people very easily, or you call yourself an empath, whatever the case is, I feel like there are other Capricorns, okay, that maybe struggle with that type of connection and having a little bit more patience, or really understanding their own emotional triggers and how that can show up in other people, which can cause them to like emotionally distance themselves from people, okay, that they actually really want to connect with or be leaders of, or so on and so forth. So if you are a CEO, for okay, for example, and you're really having trouble keeping your employees happy, or they're coming to work unhappy, they're not as productive as they are or as they could be, or you want them to be, blah blah blah, instead of like barking orders at them or manipulating them into working harder, why don't you find out what it is that's actually making you upset, so you can find a way to help them and really give them what it is that they're looking for out of this job, and improve their work life quality, okay, while they're working, while they're at your company, improving their quality of life at work, so that they're happier and more productive. Happier employees make more productive employees. That has been a proven thing. I'm just saying. Any whoosies. But yeah, I just feel like if you want support from people, you gotta be able to connect with them on an emotional level, and not just in a manipulative sense. Like, you can't be fake. You can't be fake with people. You could be the greatest leader, you could have the best ideas, you could have the best policies, you could have the best, I don't know, benefit plan, but like, or best business plan, whatever. But if you don't have the support of your employees, or you don't have the support of your constituents, the people you work for, the people you're supposed to be providing for, providing opportunities for, people aren't going to want to support you. They're gonna be like, that person's fake. They don't give a shit about me. Why should I give a shit about them? Mm. Mm-hmm. So if you want to take things to the next level, you really got to get in touch with your own emotions, your own intuitive sense, and really just get out of your own head. For some of you guys, you are really, really logical, or you are really, really good at like spitting that charisma or just telling people what they want to hear, whatever it is. But you got to find that emotional connection with people. Okay. And for some of you, I keep coming back to this get wild card. Like, some of you might have to like really lose yourselves in a lot of ways emotionally, um in order to like get to this core that some of you guys have been guarding or like keeping in a vault, is the only way I can describe it. It's like you've been keeping this side of yourself locked away or tucked away. I don't know how else to describe it. It's going to be different for all of you, but a lot of you guys are going to have to literally get feral, get a little wild, get a little bit unbuttoned, because some of you guys are too buttoned up. Some of you guys are too put together. Some of you guys need to get a little wild. Some of you guys need to get a little feral when it comes to showing how you care about people, how you not only care about people, but how you care about anything in general. Mm, yeah. It's such a weird thing to say, but I can picture it in my head. Like, the best thing I think the best thing I can compare it to right now is like seeing, I live in California, right? So all this political stuff that's happening right now, like seeing Gavin Newsom just go absolutely feral and unhinged in his like speeches and his social media stuff. Like, he has just really he's just unbuttoned, the politician tie or whatever, and he has just kind of gone off the rails and said, you know what, like, if people are going to attack my state, my constituents, and threaten what we have built for our state and what we believe is right, then I am absolutely going to protect that by any means necessary. And for him, that means he's not going to be politically correct. He's going to take the gloves off. And for some people, like, that's what people want to see, is they want people to take the gloves off and stop being so picture perfect and like really just be real. Just be real about what it is that you feel, even if it's not 100% perfect. You gotta get a little wild sometimes to like really show who you are and let people see the real you. And I feel like for some of you guys, you've been just too buttoned up, you've been too controlled, you've been too politically correct, maybe, okay, or in some manner of that sense of the phrase. It doesn't even have to be just be like, oh, what you say and what you do to like appease people. But yeah, for a lot of you guys, it's what you say and what you do. You don't really say everything that's on your mind, or you try and spin it in a way that is, conducive to who it is you're trying to talk to. I hope that makes sense. Probably won't for a lot of you, but some of you who get it, you will get it. You'll understand where I'm coming from. But ultimately, there is, I think, a lot of you, new opportunities that you're moving on to. One aspect of you is ending, one aspect of your journey in your life or your career is ending. You're starting something completely new. And for a lot of you, this is a whole new side of you that is coming to light, that is coming to fruition, which is absolutely beautiful. I think you're going to see a lot more support. You're going to see a lot more respect coming your way, and you're going to be seeing a lot of new opportunities, and you're going to see a lot of endings. You're going to see a lot of endings. I'm just going to let you know that right now. All right, Capricorns, that's what I'm seeing there. Excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and close out your reading with a couple of, oh my goodness. Excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and close out your reading with a couple of oracle decks. I know this was a very unique or specific reading, so if you feel like I didn't quite answer something that you came to hear about specifically from this reading, you can always DM me on TikTok or Instagram for a personal tarot or astrology reading. I am working on getting my website back up, but until then, I'm only taking bookings through DMing me. I will never reach out to you, so please don't get scammed on the internet. Please DM me first if you would like to book a personal reading with me. And if you want a bonus reading, I do those as well for the top 3 zodiac signs that engage the most with these videos at the top of the month. And the bonus readings include a love reading and another general reading, so you get a 2-for-1 special. And the way that you do that is by engaging with this video, so liking, commenting, letting me know that you want another reading for your sign in a couple of weeks. All right, let's go ahead and close out your reading. Spiritual team, Numerology Manifestation Oracle, what final messages do you have for the Capricorn Collective at this time? What final messages do you have for the Capricorn Collective at this time? Final messages do you have for the Capricorn Collective at this time? Let's see what we got. First quarter moon in Cancer, push through any insecurity. Yeah, so for a lot of you, like, this is really scary, kind of like just being yourself or being more open about who you actually are, what you actually believe, what you actually stand for. For a lot of you, I feel like you could have been like really restraining a certain part of yourselves for a while. Honestly, which is kind of surprising, but not every Capricorn is the same. But I feel like every Capricorn I've known has been very direct about who they are. So if you are a Capricorn that is feeling this way, like you've maybe like kept a part of yourself away from the public eye or away from people that you deal with on a regular basis, or just being more vulnerable in general, okay, this could be Spirit's way of telling you, like, hey, this is an opportunity to be a little bit more vulnerable, and to really address those insecurities and make them your strengths. Okay, next we have New Moon Capricorn, step up and lead. I did say that we got 2 kings here. It's giving leadership. So for some of you, this is leadership in terms of like career, job related stuff. And you're connecting with people that work underneath you. Okay, so learning how to be a good leader is more than just about barking orders and delegating and getting people in trouble if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Like, you also need to connect with people, which is maybe something that maybe you guys have not been doing as well as you could be. Yeah, I can see that actually more than anything. But having that patience, having that understanding, and having that sense of empathy or sympathy can go a long way. What's at the bottom of the deck? We have full moon in Pisces, and it says forgive. Interesting. So forgive yourself, forgiving others. Okay. Maybe forgiving others that hurt you in the past, that caused you to kind of put this part of yourself away or lock it away from other people. This could also be forgiving yourself for not seeing that you needed to make this change sooner, or that you could have done better in some way sooner. So again, just give yourself grace. And then as you work through some of those more internal, like emotional things that maybe have happened in the past that caused you to become this way or become this person, just working through forgiving those situations, people, places, or things that caused this to happen. All right, spiritual team, daily crystal inspiration, what final messages do you have for the Capricorn Collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Capricorn Collective at this time? All right, final deck of the reading. Let's see. All right, we have Rainbow Obsidian. It says heal your heart. Yeah, I had a feeling it was something like that, like some sort of like walls, boundaries, like I'm not gonna be vulnerable anymore, especially with subordinates or something like that. I don't know, but it is giving that like heart healing type energy. All right, next we have Turquoise, prioritize your health. Some of you guys may need to look at some health concerns. Okay, prioritize maybe being vulnerable about your health, and that you are maybe unable to do everything that you normally would do, or that you're going to need more help delegating more, something like that. So that way you can prioritize your health. And maybe for some of you, this is talking about control and not trusting people to take over the work that you've worked so hard for. All right, what else do we have? Selenite, clear the clutter. And for a lot of you guys, this is hangups. This is internal hangups, okay? Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, these are hangups, I feel, for a lot of you. Getting rid of the things that are keeping you disconnected and unable to connect with others on a deeper level. And finally, at the bottom of the deck, we have Celestite, and it says, soothe your soul. Yeah, so a lot of deep healing, wound healing, okay, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, going through and really doing the hard work and learning how to work through those blockages and those hangups and opening yourself up more in an emotional way to other people. All right, Capricorns, that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the reading. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future, and maybe send this to another Capricorn if you think that they would resonate with this message. Again, if you want to see more content from me, I am on TikTok and Instagram. You can find my handles below in the description box. You can also DM me on either one of those platforms to schedule a personal reading with me. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. I hope to see you guys at the next reading. Until then, please take care of yourselves. Bye.